Yo, what up, guys? It's your man, Mr. Solution. So, on today's episode, we'll be looking at tools to help you improve on your trading journey, tools to improve your trading. Actually, we'll be looking at 4 tools, okay? So, number 1 is trend filter, okay? When we talk about trend filter, we mean the very tool that helps you to actually determine the current trend in the market. You all know that the market has various trends. We have uptrend, we have downtrend, we have a ranging market. So what this tool helps you to do is that it helps you to determine the prevalent trend in the market. This tool helps you to determine the prevalent trend in the market. So let's look at a typical example of this one of these tool I talked about. Okay, the one that helps me to determine the current trend of the market is moving averages. I normally use exponential moving average just for me to know the prevalent trend in the market. As you can see here in my screen, I have EMA 200, that's exponential moving average 200. Using it on the daily time frame, you can see that over here what we have is the daily time frame. So what it does is that it filters the noise. It helps me to know who truly, the party that is actually in charge. It helps me to know who truly is dominating the market. You can see this very line here, this golden line here that runs across the price action. This is the line I mean. Just follow it up, okay? For me, as long as BTC is still below this very line, it means we are in a downtrend. As long as BTC is still below it, it means we are in a downtrend. But whenever BTC crosses above it, it means we have the trend has reversed. We are now in an uptrend. I talked about that in my group where I was telling you guys, I was telling those in my channel that as long as BTC hasn't crossed 45K, that I am still bearish. So this is actually the reason that made me say that, okay, that as long as BTC is still yet to get above, is still to get above 45K, I am still bearish. Okay, so I can only flip bearish when BTC goes above the 45K, because when you try to backdate this, when you try to backdate this indicator, you can see that all this while, okay, just look at what's been happening so far. Okay, at this point, it was above it. We had a downtrend. Here, it went above, it went under it. Okay, then price action, the price was above it. We had a little uptrend, and then all this while we've been having uptrend. All this while it's been an uptrend, it's been uptrend, and then up onto this very moment where see what happened. It kind of went it went above it. In other words, the price action went below it. So from then we started having a downtrend. Then it got to this very point where it flipped. So this exponential moving average, 200-day exponential moving average on the daily time frame helps me to actually filter the noise and let me know correctly what is happening in the market. So one of the tools that helps you to do that is exponential moving average. The next one I equally use is the RSI indicator. Okay, RSI, though I've not really configured this, but I can just do that while you guys watch me. Just configure it to 250. Change my RSI to 250. Okay, 250. Then draw this line, this horizontal line, just put it at 50. So what this thing is telling me is that as long as the price action is still below 50, is a downtrend. As long as this price action is still below 50, you can see it like at this point it went above it, but currently that the line is actually below this diagonal line that I drew here. So what it means is that is a downtrend, but once it flips it and goes above 50, it means we have entered an uptrend. So these are just the simple tools. I'm not really a fan of indicators and all that, but these are just the few ones I've selected, and so far they've always served me. Okay, so this is one of the things that will help you to know the trend of the market. These indicators help you to determine the current trend of the market. Then you can help you to be better prepared to know what you are doing. Even if you want to take a long position, just know that it's just for temporary. So just know when to exit, okay, and then when to get in back again. So like we said, the first thing there is trend filter. Okay, you have the trend filter, and then the second one is trading books and research materials. I can't talk enough about this. I can't talk enough about trading books and research materials. People who know me, people who are very close to me, know that I am an avid reader. I actually read a lot. It's one of the things that helps me to cure boredom. Whenever I'm bored or I have less to do, I like to read blog posts, articles, materials. I like to read anything about trading. I read a lot. So these are just the few ones that while I was putting this thing together, these were just the few ones that came to my mind. It doesn't mean that these are just the only ones. These are just the few ones that came to my mind. Babypips.com. I could remember when I started trading, when I actually started trading forex. Babypips was the very first website I went to learn everything I learned about forex trading. Nobody taught me. I learned everything from Babypips. And even up to now, it still serves me. The knowledge I have from Babypips still serves me in my cryptocurrency trading journey. So it's a place I will recommend you to go to learn more about trading generally. We have Baby Pips, then Candlesticks, Fibonacci, and Chart Pattern Trading too by Robert and James Fisher. Actually, I think both of them are that they are a couple. Okay, so they wrote the book collectively. Okay, then Forest Scalper. I've forgotten who wrote the book. It's actually, I got it in a PDF form. So someone gifted it to me sometime 2018 or thereabout. I read it. I've forgotten the name of the author, but it's quite a very rich material. Then How to Trade by Gan. Okay, I bought it online. Then there's another one, Inside the Trader's Mind by Trends of Trading. I got this one. I can't remember the source, but it's actually, these are rich materials that can help you in your trading journey. Then we have Trading Places. This one is in a movie form. Okay, then we have What I Learned Losing $1 Million. This is a must read. I will recommend it to everybody, especially if you know you've been having a losing streak. So I recommend What I Learned Losing $1 Million. It's actually a very rich material. Then we have Following the Trend. There are many materials, even movies. Of course, there are movies that teach you more about trading and more about the financial world and what goes on in there. Okay, so these are the trading tools and even, like I said, research materials. Yeah, of course, when it comes to research materials, majority of them are not they are not very beautiful to read. They are not very, if you're not the type that is disciplined to read through materials, especially these ones that has to do with figures and all that. If you've not disciplined yourself to read, you might just get bored. But then if you can able to filter through that data, get information, it will help you a lot. So trading tools and research materials. And then backtesting. One thing you must know that is that whenever a writer writes a book, whenever an author writes a book, the person is actually writing from his or her own experience. It doesn't mean that what is obtainable as at the time, or what was obtainable as at the time the person was writing that book, would be obtainable at the time you get to read that book. So that's why it's always good for you to backtest. Whatever information you glean from somebody's work, whatever information you glean from somebody's data, make sure you backtest it. Of course, some people say they don't backtest, as long as they feel that the source is genuine, they go right ahead and implement. But that doesn't make sense, because what backtesting does is that it helps you to truly know if this thing is right, if this thing is okay. So when you backtest, it kind of eliminates those ones that are not working. It kind of takes off those ones that are not working, allowing you to focus on the one that will truly give you your results. So I recommend to always back whatever information you get from anybody, even from myself, whatever information you see online, make sure you backtest it. Don't just swallow everything hook, line, and sinker. Backtest it before implementing it, before putting your money, before trying to use your money to trade. I know many things. I've come across many materials, people sharing, trading tips and strategies and all that. Sometimes some of them I test myself. If they don't work out, there's no need putting my money. Okay, so try as much as possible to backtest whatever information that comes your way. Okay, and then finally we have communities. I can't say this enough. One thing about trading is that it's a zero-sum game. A zero-sum game is a game that in order for you to win, someone else has to lose, and your loss is actually someone else's win. I don't know if you're getting it. For you to win, someone else has to lose. And for someone else to lose, you have to win. So it's a zero-sum game. So having known this, having understood that trading is actually a zero-sum game, I think it's quite better if you can join a community of like minds, the people you are definitely competing with. I think it's better you join to, get into their head, understand how these people think, because your trade is your trade. You're not trading for anybody. It's you against the market. But then when you are off the market, it's also very good for you to join these guys to see what they are saying. Maybe they're analyzing and you've equally done your own analysis. I think it's always good for you to compare. Look, I'm not saying you should allow their own bias or allow their own judgment to be cloud your own judgment. No, just know how to compare. Comparing doesn't mean you're trying to dump your own idea to take another person's. So no, you're just trying to, maybe perhaps there's something you're missing that you didn't see. So when you join this community, listen to them, share ideas with them. I think you'll be better disposed to, taking any action or any decision. You'll be more, you have more tools to yourself, okay, before taking any action or any decision you want to take. Myself, personally, to date, I still follow some persons. I don't follow them blindly. I don't follow them because maybe they know more than I do. No, I follow them because I've seen their track record. So what I do most times is just to, okay, let me look at what this person is saying. Let me compare what he's saying with mine, okay? Maybe there is something he's saying that I'm not seeing, or there is an idea he has that I don't have, okay? So it mustn't be white people, it mustn't, because we always have this inferiority complex that the white people are far better than us. No, I know a whole lot of them that, when you place, okay, this is not comparison, this is not this is not a comparison video, but what I'm trying to say is that you should know how to look at people's opinion. I think being wise is a situation, is a process whereby you can have you have your own thought pattern. You also look at another person's idea without allowing anything, without allowing yourself to be jaundiced, without allowing yourself to be prejudiced. Like, you still have to hold onto your own, but then make allowance for another person's bias to know if truly there's something this person is bringing to the table that you are really missing. All right, guys. So that's just a little information I want to share with you guys on today's edition. If you love my content, you like what I'm doing, I encourage you to kindly hit the subscribe button, like the video, share, and you have any question you want to ask, maybe I equally encourage you to welcome to my team of cryptocurrency traders, Telegram team of cryptocurrency traders, where we exchange ideas, talk about crypto, where I share what I'm seeing in the market. Okay, other people get to contribute their own opinion. I'll be leaving the link at the lower section of this video, or perhaps you want to link up with me on any of my social media channels. I'll equally be leaving the link at the lower section. All right, till I come your way again, I remain your man, Mr. X to the O to the L to the U to the Sean, Mr. Solution. Till I come your way again, remain cryptofied.